This is a Symposium podcast with Wright and Romero.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of this Symposium podcast. This is episode 42. On the other side of the couch, let the people know who you are, sir.
What up, people? Wright, back for another one. Thank you for joining us. We, 42?
Yeah.
42. Kick it back to my man over here.
How's it going, everybody? You know what it is. Winter coat roams in the building. You are listening to the smooth sounds.
Smooth sounds of the Symposium podcast.
This does seem like that kind of vibe right now.
I know, it's dark as hell.
Ain't gonna lie to you. It's mad chill.
Gigi here as always.
Gigi chilling. Y'all can't see it, but
Big chilling. She'll pop up.
yeah,
yeah.
per usual. But before we get into anything else, to my brother,
Yes, sir.
to the people, welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party.
So,
Oh,
what you doing?
she got the zoomies. So
Okay.
You hear a lot of loud clanging and banging, but it's just Gigi.
So, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Just enjoying this little, what you call it, holiday break, I guess.
Yeah.
I got a lot of homework to do,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to do that. But other than that, I ain't really stressing, man. I get that shit done.
Cool.
But I'm good, man. Like, it's feel good to not do shit, bro. Like, I feel like it's Saturday. I feel like it's a Saturday to me.
Yeah.
And it's not, so.
It's nice. It's nice, man. I slept in this morning. I ain't gonna lie. It was just nice to wake up and not really feel that stressed about anything.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that. So good for you, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Really have no complaints. I'm at an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say I'm at like a 7 or 8 too, man. I ain't, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good.
It's been a nice Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll get into some nonsense. Nothing crazy, but
Nah, I think it's gonna be full of nonsense. I think this whole
You think so?
the way I'm feeling, I think this whole pod is gonna be full of nonsense. We've been too serious, man. That last one was like,
That wasn't that
people
bad.
were shitty. No, it was a good
people were
episode.
shitty.
People were just shitty.
People
are shitty in this world.
we've been saying that from the jump. There's just some shitty people out here.
Gigi is going wild right now. It's so funny to me, dude.
Why you acting? Why now? Like all of a sudden now.
Well, I tell you, she was chill all
Yeah.
like the whole time. It just hit her. It just hit her.
It's like she just saw the setup and it was like, oh, they plotting?
Right.
They plotting?
Yeah. I'll show them. Not on my watch.
Gigi, come here.
She turned.
Ew. All right. Okay. Outside.
You done got her started. Gigi. Girl. Come on, man. Hey. All right. Oh. All right, go play. Go run. Go. No more. Get out of here. Where'd you at?
I don't know.
Oh, man. I told you it's going to be nonsense. She turned up, boy.
Shit is playing on my computer. I don't even know what that is. Shut up. Shut up. Quiet.
What you got for news, man? I don't got no news today, but I see you had some. I see you had a few.
Yeah, I got some stuff. I got some stuff. If I can pull it up. Sorry, everybody. I'm all discombobulated. I didn't expect her to do that.
She got hops too.
She leaped.
It looked like it was like she paused in the air for a second.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be like a solid jump.
bro.
It's like, what's going on, girl? So first and foremost, we need to talk about this. Get out of here. Sorry, there's an ad, everybody. This comes from CNN. Ahmaud Arbery. Is that how you say Arbery? Recently, you know, the people that murdered him. We finally got the results to that. Anyways, again, this comes from CNN. Jurors saw through the preposterous defense by Ahmaud Arbery's killers. So, moving on. As Americans digest the guilty verdicts in the case of the three men charged with murdering Ahmaud Arbery, we can look to the powerful video evidence and the stellar work of prosecutor Linda Donikowski and her team in managing that evidence as significant factors in an outcome 180 degrees different from the verdict in George Zimmerman's killing of Trayvon Martin. Holy shit, that is a while back. That's almost been a decade.
Yeah,
now thinking about it. Yeah, the prosecution's presentation of the evidence and surgically precise cross-examination of Travis McMichael, the shooter, on the stand, left in shreds the preposterous citizens arrest self-defense contentions that were raised. So basically, this woman was talking to, asking questions while this man was on the stand.
Yeah.
Heard him out, and she was like, nah, this ain't it. So she and her team did a wonderful job. Good on you. Justice to Ahmaud.
Yeah, so you didn't say what the verdict was.
Oh, sorry. Even if the jurors had bought into the citizens' arrest narrative, Travis McMichael's contradictory statements and testify along with the video evidence demonstrated that he never had a fear of imminent harm and never even told Arbery he was holding him for the police. He never mentioned his statements or otherwise demonstrated a true fear that Arbery would somehow use Michael's own weapons. Kind of moving on. It doesn't really say, but
they all got charged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or did you say that already?
I did not. They're guilty though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all got charged.
They all got found guilty. Most importantly,
that's the biggest thing of all to take away from this. They are guilty. Now, see, I find that funny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
You know what I'm about to say?
Yeah.
I find it funny that this happened, that these guys were found guilty, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I ain't saying nothing about that, but it's like last week we was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, and he was found not guilty, and then flip to this. These three guys are guilty. So I'm like, okay, is this the balance? What's up? What's that?
Right.
You knew I was gonna say that.
Yeah. I felt the same way. Yeah. I had the same thoughts. Like, is this like let's give them one?
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking shitty.
Like an equivalent exchange.
Yeah.
Just basically, it's like, okay, we got one, but the other, it's like,
right. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Too much. But it's still good. It's still good. People would have been in an uproar if it went another way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Moving on from that news, gotta talk about this. Did I tell you about this? Mark Zuckerberg rebranding.
I knew about it. We didn't talk about it yet. But
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm privy to it.
Yeah. So Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, he is rebranding. It is no longer going to be called Facebook. It is now a part of what will be called Metaverse. And this comes from MarketWatch. What is the Metaverse and how much will it be worth? Depends on whom you ask. And just to give you guys a quick summary, when Mark Zuckerberg shared his vision of Facebook parent Meta Platforms' idea of the Metaverse last month, he said he did not want it to be a quote-unquote walled garden, but rather a part of a larger open ecosystem. That was a non-subtle dig at Apple Inc. one of many that Mark Zuckerberg delivered when preaching the openness of Metaverse in the Facebook rebrand. Apple antagonists Epic Games, Inc. and Facebook see the Metaverse as a way to attack Apple from financial, strategic, and legal standpoint. But Daosalén Gonzalez, a mixed reality consultant and former principal software architect at Microsoft Research, believes most corporations are engaged in a desperate land grab for a piece of the Metaverse market so they can turn it into their own version of Apple. Okay, so this is a lot about Apple, but let me give y'all a brief summary of this. A general agreed upon definition of the concept is a digital experience that blends virtual reality streaming videos, mobile games like Roblox and Fortnite, cryptocurrencies, social media, 5G, artificial intelligence, and email all into one. That's the Metaverse, basically.
Mm-hmm.
In short, a Sargasso sea of tech buzzwords that approximates a digital effect. Okay, this is a lot of words.
What the fuck is, yeah,
a lot of words.
I was saying, what the fuck did you just say?
Let me just, here's the bit. He's about to get mad. Fuck you say to me? What's that scene from the 40-year-old word? Hey, you're using a lot of big words right now, so I'm going to take him as offense. Watch your mouth.
Take it as disrespect. Like, what?
I'm just reading what's said. You ever seen Ready Player One?
No.
Okay. I literally had to explain this today. So there's a movie based on the book called Ready Player One, and it basically takes place in 2040. Mm. And it's kind of like this right now. Everybody's in an apartment complex and stuff, but it's shittier. But as a place to escape, they got virtual reality. So they got the whole nine though. It's not just a headset and they kind of looking around. They can move and shit like that. So it's a world within a world.
Okay.
That's basically what this is all about. The quote unquote metaverse. It's being able to build in this world, create your own character, have land and stuff like that. So yeah. If y'all want to learn more, y'all go check that out. That's at Market Watch, and we're talking about the metaverse. That's all I really have for news. But I want to expand on that. Just talking about the metaverse. A nigga dipped into crypto.
Yeah.
I finally invested. I'm not rich, not yet, but there's money to be made. There is absolutely some money to be.
I was trying to get into on that Coinbase app, but they was like trying to verify, like they wouldn't verify something for me.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Yeah, it's like weird because I was trying to get, when they announced that Staples Center was changing their name.
What?
So the Staples Center, like by December, early December, is gonna be called Crypto.com.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Swear to God.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
I guess they bought it. I don't know.
Nigga, that's
it sounds very stupid. But so my homeboy hit me like, "Hey man, invest in Crypto.com like that." There,
yeah, absolutely.
He said it doubled already.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get in it though, so I'm like, "Fuck, man!" So I gotta figure out the app out.
Bro, do it. Listen, I'm telling you, do it. Do it immediately.
Because I had a little bit already.
You invested in Doge, right? Yeah, I did that, and I got a few coins in some spots. One of them being what do I have? Cardano. But here's the reason that I am very much invested in this space now. Just even talking about the metaverse, this is something that's really about to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's talks about it right now, but I don't think people understand how big A, it is, and B, how big it will be. Right now, there's a website called Sandbox, right? And it's a platform for games and all this other stuff. People have already purchased land, virtual land, for $2.4 million.
Really?
Yeah. And I just even read today that somebody purchased a yacht. This is virtual, but it blows my mind. They purchased a yacht for $650,000.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's money here. Niggas need to start investing like right away. Get your money up.
Right.
Even if you got like $50 to your name, just do some research, invest, because you can make some serious money. Do that due diligence. But other than that, yeah, do that. Outside of that, what's going on with you, brother? Any thoughts? Anything on your mind lately?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to like find that balance with like, you know, just work and school and, you know, my social shit. Like I feel like I haven't been you know, making myself available for, you know, my people like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I also feel like they haven't been either. So, you know, that's another conversation. But
Okay.
But yeah, man, you know, just kind of, that's all I'm really on right now. Just kind of, you know, figuring that out and just trying to get on my shit, man. Like, moving fast, you know.
Do you feel like you isolated, or are you just kind of taking a step back from everything?
Now I'm more so kind of taking a step back. You know, it's just kind of like you make time for what you know, what you want, and
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, man. It's just like everybody just seems so busy now. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we are.
And it's funny because my friend, one of my best friends, hit up one of our group chats and for Thanksgiving, which, you know, just and it was like kind of called us out, like you know, happy holidays, but basically like, man, like everybody's so busy, but I'm busy too. You know what I mean? Like, but it don't mean shit. Like you still should be. You got to make time for people you want to, you know,
be around.
Yeah. And we're all in everybody in different states and shit. So, but it's still like you like, man, ain't nobody been, you know, checking in and doing nothing, you know. So it was, I kind of like, I looked at that like, yeah, he is right though. Like motherfuckers always, you ain't that busy. Like you busy, yeah. I think I'm busy as hell, but
you're not that busy.
Yeah, like I can make time to shoot a motherfucker a text or just to check in, you know what I mean? And I don't think we don't do that enough. Like it's like, man, I ain't, especially my homeboys here, like I ain't gotta kick it with you all the time, but motherfucker just don't not say nothing or you too busy, you know, because that's what I don't like. But
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like, you know, just that's really all I've been on, you know, just kind of trying to find that balance, you know, like
it's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Definitely it's hard, bro.
It definitely is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Life don't slow down for nobody. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get to it.
It's funny that you say that because one thing that I think about, I'm like, if I had money, right? Like, let's say I had, I don't know, in abundance where I didn't really have to worry about shit, and I could even just throw some to my peoples.
Yeah. Would
it be different in terms of being connected? Like you talk about checking in, like would my people be
inclined to do it more? Or?
Well, just be more available.
Yeah.
Cause we talk about being busy. I'm like, well, okay, well, what does that mean? Is it work? Is it
right
getting your bread up? Is it just spending time with your family, making sure they straight? What does that look like? What's the factor that's making you go, I'm busy, I don't really have that much time?
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Well, I don't know. That's something to ponder.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Where you at?
You know what? To be honest, I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
As far as checking in with people, I wonder sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how this person's doing. Are they straight? What's going on? But now more than anything, when that thought pops into my head, I'm like, well, fuck it, just call, just text.
Right.
Don't even ask the question, just do it.
Yeah.
Because before, I honestly thought, I think I said this in an earlier episode, I thought that even just reaching out like that, I thought I was kind of a pestilence, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't want to bother you, just want to know that you're okay. But it's like, that's stupid. these your peoples.
Right. It shouldn't be about. It shouldn't feel like a bother. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, nowadays it's just like if I have a question about something, I'll just reach out to you. Like, hey man, you good? Everything okay? Even if they're like, why you bothering me, nigga? You know, just
Right.
I love you, nigga. Fuck you. So that's it. Okay. Outside of that, do you want to tell the people about about the other night? About Drinksgiving? That's what I call it.
Oh yeah. That was a good time.
It was fun.
It was a good time. Yeah, so I guess it was just like, like a night before Thanksgiving. That's usually the biggest drinking day.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
People go hard. But yeah, so we had some people over at the crib. It was cool. It was a cool little kickback, man. Like we, had some close friends came through, had drinks, played some games.
It's fun as shit.
Yeah, it was good. It was just a good time, man. Had food,
He got thrown under the bus.
Oh yeah.
I had nothing to do with that, by the way.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Forgot about that.
Nigga was hot. Nigga was hot for a minute.
Wild, man. Wild.
I'll give y'all, not to go into it too much, but a brief summary.
Yeah, you give a better summary.
He was. So we're all hanging out, and Jones was talking to. Shout out to Jones, Mr. Tombstone. Jones was talking to someone. That's just chopping it up, and he talked about the podcast. And the person that he's talking to, they weren't aware of it, which is funny because this person was spending time with E for like a good minute.
Yeah,
like just kicking it.
But like, tell who just talks about that? Like that's just something everybody knows. Like, I would assume like if you close to me, that's what we do every week. But I get it. I definitely get both sides. But it's like and that person doesn't have social media like that. So
for real? Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. But that
ain't on me though. But yeah.
What made the whole thing funny was just the reaction.
Yeah.
Anybody else would probably just be like, "Oh, okay, that's cool," but
right.
It did not go that way.
No.
It did not go that way.
I had to hear about that shit for the rest of the fucking night, man.
I thought that was. I was like, "Oh, damn, you mad?"
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? Like, oh my god, dude. Like, yeah, but.
Oh, it was great.
I bet they still didn't subscribe to the podcast.
Hey, yeah, you can't
right.
You can't be mad and like not subscribe. What you gonna say? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna subscribe. What the fuck?
Right.
Support your boys. Help us out, man. You see the cups.
Right.
You know the vibes.
Cups, like stickers everywhere.
Niggas is matching for real too. Come on, fuck with us, man. Don't be hating.
Oh man.
But it was a great time. Hella food. What was the game we played at the end of the night? This is like one of the funnest games I played too.
What?
Nigga, it's your game. You don't have it. Like somebody would say like they'd have to read from a card, right?
Oh, black cards revoked.
Black card.
Yeah.
Black cards revoked. That shit was fun. I was even thinking about that today with the answer of when somebody's over extended their welcome.
So what y'all about to do?
What y'all about to do?
Yeah.
That shit is real. It's real as fuck.
Nah, it was a good time, man. Yeah. It was a good time.
It was a fun time. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Appreciate the vibes. Very, very fun.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to get into something a little more serious. Unless you got something.
Nah.
Alright. So as y'all know, we've been talking about men's mental health this month. And we are coming to a close.
Oh yeah.
We still gonna talk about it no matter what, because you know what the podcast is. But just to wrap things up, I was thinking about our main conversation about men being able to open up and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something that I'm kind of wondering about now is, what is the balance as far as a man being, I guess, strong and a man being vulnerable? Because people say, like, oh, you should open up. But at the same time, you got other people that's like, if you open up, you fucked.
Yeah, okay, so this would be like perfect because have you seen like the Everson Griffin stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I think he had like, I think he had another episode, like he was on Instagram with like guns and shit.
Okay.
And they assume he had, because he had an episode like that before. He just was wilding out, you know. Mm-hmm. And like then a lot of people in the NFL was starting to speak out about it. Dalvin Cook was talking about, you know, like checking in on your people and stuff like that, because mental health shit is important. Mm-hmm. But that's perfect example of it, because, you know, like Everson Griffin, big NFL player, you know what I mean? Gotta be tough, gotta be strong.
Yeah.
But clearly he's going through something mentally and something unbalanced there. Mm. And I'm sure he's not reaching out to motherfuckers like that, you know, just because of that stigma or whatever the case may be. But, you know, it's just tough. You know, that's like how do you go about doing that? How do you know?
That's my question. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And I'm finding it challenging to make sense of it outside of an individual level, I guess. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you and I, we have these talks and we're able to converse even with other people, but
right.
As a whole, like how do you being in working with kids, mm-hmm. not even kids, but just people becoming young adults,
right.
How do you talk to them about, hey, listen, you can open up, you can share with the world, and knowing the fact that these people are going through shit, not just outside of like their homes and stuff, but just, you know what I'm saying, like the student body, all that nonsense.
Well, for me, I think it's more show and prove. I think you have to have examples of it for them to get it. You know what I mean? You have to show, like, you have to show them you can open up to them so they can trust. It's all about trust. It's all about building trust when it comes to students. So building that trust to be like, hey, open up to them so they can reciprocate that energy. You know what I mean? So just showing them that it's okay by leading by example. Okay. You know, I think that's kind of what it comes down to me.
Do you feel like in your realm, I would say that you do that pretty well? Like kids come to you. I mean, you loved. I know that for a fact. But like kids specifically in this context, young men feel like that they can approach you and talk to you about some real shit.
100%. Yeah, it's just you know how I carry myself and how I approach them. You know what I mean? That's basically what it comes down to. But yeah, it definitely, you know, I built that rapport and that relationship with my students. Mm-hmm. So, you know, they can come to me whatever they need something, or whenever they got issues, want to talk about something. Mm-hmm. But it didn't happen overnight, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
You definitely got to be relatable. So, you know, I got that going for me, so. Yeah.
Sure. Not to be confused with that stereotype of, hey kids, what's going on? Turn the chair around, let's rap. Okay, that's legit. I don't know if I said this earlier too, but another big reason that I'm wondering about this, apart from, you know, wrapping up this month, is when you are with someone and they want you to open up, and like you can, but you know, there are times when you do open up to somebody and it kind of turns on you. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you're distrusting of that person from that point on, but it's just like, you know, how many times can I like, that's what I mean by that balance.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what do you really want from me? Do you want me to always open up, or do you want me to say something, like be vulnerable with you to some degree, but keep it moving? That's a tough one.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the question?
Sorry.
The next question though?
It's basically just finding a balance, like specifically with this one, like how do you find a balance when you are not even in a relationship, when someone is asking you to open up?
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you establish this? Like do you feel like you should open up to more people, or is it just like, all right, I'm gonna just keep it to myself, keep it moving? Basically just play that stereotype. If you open up, you're a punk.
I would say before I probably would, just play the stereotype, but now it's like, now we just at a time where you can't keep shit in, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you gotta have those conversations just for your own sake, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Just so your own mental is right, so.
Oh, here's a bigger question. I've heard this, let me get your opinion on it. I've heard people say that when it comes to, getting things off your chest or trying to figure shit out, you should connect, like talk to your boys.
Mm.
Don't go to your family, or don't go to your significant other. If anything, you want to get some shit off your chest, talk to your people, like talk to your boys, no one else. Do you think that's true?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. No, I don't think that's. I think you'll get, from every aspect, you'll get a better, just kind of a better like answer for shit you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But just not, not just going. Because I mean, it also depends on what it is you're looking for. Like, what's the discussion?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. That answers my questions.
Yeah.
I would say so. I don't know about you, my man, but that's all I really got.
Yeah, I feel like it's a light one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the last two were pretty fucking long, so.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be it. Last call?
Yeah, we can keep it light today.
Sure. We said it earlier before, it's mad chill. No complaints. If anything, it's just kind of like just to check in.
Yeah.
Biggest thing is just kind of thinking about what, not necessarily life, but like what was going on the past couple months. Like niggas was busy.
Yes.
Niggas was busy and niggas was stressed.
Yes.
And just even now with mental health awareness for men,
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying it for a minute, like, check in with your peoples and stuff like that. Check in with yourself. Overall, I'm like, yo, I still say it, I still kind of preach it. Like, it's okay to give yourself that break.
Yeah.
But biggest thing of all is be okay with you.
Yeah.
No matter what, with the decision that you make. If you cry, like, yo, it's okay. If you feel like you need to reach out with people, yo, it's okay.
Right.
Be all right with those sort of decisions. Not be okay. Feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's what I'll say. Feel comfortable in making those sort of decisions. I know they're hard, but
yeah,
it's good for you. It's good for your mental. That's what I got.
Mm-hmm.
And be thankful for it, since it's Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, my man?
I mean, I feel like you said a lot. You hit it. I just wanna. Guess I'll just do my last call. I wanna shout out Nicole Green. I don't know what happened, but I'm assuming she just recently passed. She's a good person. I met her through a couple friends. So I saw on IG today. I don't know the story yet. I'm assuming I know what it is, but I'm not too sure, so I won't put that shit out there. But shout out to you. Rest in peace to you, James and Bree. Take care of yourselves. Just tough times right now, but stay strong, be positive for her. Yeah, man, that's really all I got, man. Just sad situation. Sad situation when you go, like I just saw her, posting, and then I'll see that people posting about her, that. So that's tough, man. But good person. I went to a Packer game with her last year. Had hella fun. So, so just rest in peace to Nicole. Yeah, I'm in line with that. Prayers to everyone.
Yeah.
Prayers to her family, friends, everyone close to her.
There's nothing I can really say. Condolences. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
This is Symposium Podcast, episode 42. That's it. Okay.
We out of here.
We out. Bye.